home of the three-piece combos, Pugilism Company. This is your boy Reed, BBS, the Black Burp Sugar. Man, we got an official Fight of the Year alert. A Fight of the Year alert this past weekend from the Top Rank on ESPN undercard. The main event consisted of Gilberto Ramirez defending his super middleweight title in the main event. And on the co-main, we had 2016 gold medalist Robson Conceição. He beat the brakes off of some club fighter. But make no mistake, the show was stolen by the opener, Alex Saucedo versus Lenny Zappavigna. This is a Fight of the Year alert. Now, there ain't been just no whole bunch of great action fights. There's been some entertaining ones. Jared Hurd versus Erislandy Lara surprised a lot of people because Lara's usually not in entertaining fights. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz is another. Adrian Broner versus Jesse Vargas was somewhat entertaining. But now that we're into July, halfway through the 2018 calendar, I have to put Alex Saucedo versus Lenny Zappavigna, a.k.a. Lenny Z, at the top of my list, man. There was a phone booth size ring which alluded to the action to come, so we should have known something was coming. Saucedo, he sparred Earl Spence a couple years ago, I think. I want to say I was there. I remember a kind of awkward, tall, lanky dude sparring EJ. This was in between fights for Spence. I want to say he just showed up to the gym just so the guy could get some work or whatever. But then Saucedo went from there to the wild card gym and made favorable impressions with Freddie Roach's people. So Top Rank thinks highly of him. In fact, he's now the number one contender for Maurice Hooker's fight. And Bob Arum said that will happen later this year. But getting back to my theme, this fight, man, Saucedo, he's got decent skills, but he's front foot heavy. So he likes to get off his jab, but he's so heavy with that front foot, man, that he stays engaged a little too long. He's in punching position longer than you want to be, which, of course, makes him susceptible to being hit back to the return fire. Conversely, Lenny Z, damn good counter puncher, good hand speed, and this man has nuts the size of medicine balls. I ain't bullshit. This was a tough-ass dude. So you put two dudes like that in a little bitty-ass ring, and the styles concocted and conspired to lead to contact, for sure. There was blood everywhere. First of all, Saucedo came out behind the jab, but he would find himself getting caught with left hooks and jabs of Lenny Z's of his own, even though he was shorter. So they kind of traded evenly. I would say I had Saucedo slightly ahead. He seemed to land a few more shots, and he had Lenny Z bleeding by the end of round two. Just when it seemed like Lenny hurt Saucedo in round three, a looping right-hand counter bashed Lenny right in the middle of his grill and dropped him. He was hurt, and he didn't get up to the count of 8. But once he got up, he not only quickly evened out that round, he arguably won the round. I mean, he didn't because it's going to be 10-8, but based on who finished that round stronger, it was clearly Lenny Z. He carried that momentum into the fourth round. He hurt Saucedo with a looping right-left combo, like hurt Saucedo bad, backed him into the ropes and everything. Then he was flurrying. My man's head was rocking front, back, and side to side. That's Lenny Z was tagging him with everything. At this point, now Saucedo's bleeding. Like a huge round for Lenny Z, to the point where even though Saucedo was tough and maintained balance, stayed upright, was never knocked down, I would still score that one a 10-8. It was a dominant round for Lenny Z. Man, like I said earlier, blood everywhere. So Lenny's bleeding over his right eye. Now Saucedo's bleeding over his eye. As they're flurrying on each other, literally there's blood droplets getting on to the camera. So the viewer that's watching the fight live on TV, you're seeing blood droplets on the screen. Like, it can't say I've ever experienced that. It was a unique experience, to say the least. One that definitely enhanced the fight for me. But by the fifth, I mean, Lenny Z was brave all the way, but by the fifth, Saucedo, he kind of resumed control. He fought smarter. He emphasized the jab even more, kind of started pivoting out of the way of danger, clinched when he needed to, and it was fucking Lenny shit up, dude. So my man, he was bleeding over the right eye, under the left eye. He was swollen under the right eye, and by the time the fight was stopped by Lenny's corner in the middle of the 7th round, his left eye was completely swollen. These features here, man, it looked worse than something you'll see in a motion picture. Like his face was fucked up. I can't put it any other way than that. But I mean, my man, like I said, nuts the size of medicine balls. He announced his retirement afterwards, thankfully. This isn't, as good as this fight was, it's not something I'd want to see again. Just the level of blood, man. This dude, from both cheekbones down, like his entire face was red. No doubt he's swallowing blood, was getting it in his eyes. So fans got what they wanted. You got shifts in momentum. You got a knockdown. You had great exchanges, and you got a whole lot of blood. So yeah, man, fight of the year alert. My man Alex Saucedo, KO7, Lenny Zappavigna. That's it for this one, y'all. Read BBS, the Black Birch Sugar, from the home of the 3-piece combos, Pugilism Company. And we're out.